My name is Michaela, and my favorite part about Daniel being the leader was his sense of humor. So I was scared of Daniel at first, like I'll admit that. When I went into the first meeting, I just see this tall, bearded guy, and he was wearing a robe, so I was a little scared. But I found out later that he was dressed up as Judas for a play. But he did scare me at first, but then once I got to know him and his sense of humor, I think that was my favorite thing about that.
My name is Bridget Klaczynski. So I first originally decided to go on the trip because it was just something that I had always wanted to do, but I am a new believer, and so only being 8 months into my journey, I wasn't sure if I was ready to make this leap of faith, but I just kept praying about it, and things just kept lining up, and God just kept pushing me to go, and so I took the leap of faith, and it was one of the best things I've ever done.
Hey, my name's Rob Bennett. So I went on a trip to, farther extend my relationship with God and to serve God, and I love to help people, and that just all mixed together and perfect. The food down there was exceptional. It was like a 5-star motel, actually. It really was. And then Christina and the neighbors, really, they all pitched in and fed us during the day, and they probably could have fed 100 people. And it was love, love made that food. You could tell, you could feel it.
God helped me overcome the challenge of having this perception that you had to be a certain way or have a certain personality to do a mission trip. So I just always had that perception, and it was just thought that I don't fit the bill to be a missionary. So then this kind of changed that, and I realized what I've been missing out on and that anybody can do it.
So the Rubio family, there's 3 of them. The dad's name is Cesar, the mom's name is Christina, and then they have a little boy, and his name is also Cesar.
At first, I guess, Cesar was a little standoffish. He didn't really know how to take us, and vice versa. I spent a couple different times one-on-one with them, talking to them, and we talked for a minute or two, probably, and I didn't know what they were saying, and they didn't know what I was saying, but I think we kept a conversation, we kind of got the gist of it.
I feel that I will be different after this experience as far as before. I was afraid to pray out loud and sometimes talk about my faith, and I feel like this trip just gave me that confidence to be able to talk about God and just be more comfortable with it and know that I want to do more mission trips in the future because I feel like God has put that in my heart.
I would say the highlight was when we dedicated the house to the family. It was a time that the family just really connected with us, I felt, and that everyone was there. We just came together as a huge family, even though we had that barrier of language that wasn't there in that moment. And the little Cesar was just so happy, and to see us all connecting to them and sharing the gospel and sharing all of our testimonies and our stories and encouraging them to find Christ was amazing, and a feeling that I don't have words for yet. If you are considering going on the trip or on the edge of going on this trip, I would say take the leap. It will make you grow in your faith. It puts you out of your comfort zone. You create a family that you would never think that you would get close to, and yeah, it's just an amazing experience. So I would say take the leap and run with it.
To me, it beat any cruise I've been on, any place I've flown. You're working through God, you're helping somebody you don't know and you'll never see again. It was outstanding, and I would tell them if they like helping people and they want to see the world for sure, and want to see what God does to everybody, including whoever you're building for. I wouldn't even blink. I'll go again.
I would say that you should give it a go and don't worry about not having experience. Like I managed to drill in a screw in reverse, and I have an office job, and I'd never picked up a hammer in my life before this, and I still found plenty of jobs to do and was able to help. And this was my first mission trip as well. So if you're afraid and have any doubts, just go for it and you will not regret it.